This could be a new era of making money online as we know it. OpenAI just made it stupid easy to launch your own AI business, even if you can't code, even if you're brand new. Now, it seems like they have been dropping new tech like crazy. Sora 2, not long ago, the tool that you can input text and create Hollywood-style videos, and now the Agent Kit or the Agent Builder. It's the first time you can actually build an AI assistant once and have it run forever. And when I say run, I mean take actions like researching, writing, managing tasks on the web, like using different profiles, social profiles, things like that. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly that. I'm also going to show you how to build an AI agent army that will generate cash flow for you as long as you have it set up. I'm going to show you some additional tools that you can use to be even more successful with this. Because here's the problem that I have encountered in my journey of using these types of tools. Most people are building AI tools or chatbots or playing with the technology that doesn't do anything to actually generate cash flow. It doesn't usually make a dime. They're just playing with these tools. And so if you find yourself in that situation, playing with these tools, fascinated by the technology, but unaware of how to connect everything so it all makes sense and you can actually get some customers or generate some traction or cash flow online, then you're going to want to watch this entire video, because what I want for you is to stop just playing with these tools. I want you to have something that actually produces cash. So that's where this changes. With tools like OpenAI's Agent Kit, you can create an AI system that does real work for you. Again, booking appointments, closing leads, managing customer support. You can sell all these things to small businesses, which is what I like to do. If you just set these things up one time, they can continue to get value over and over. It's like having an employee installed within their business. Imagine having 10 small businesses paying you $200 a month for something you built one time. That's $2,000 a month in recurring subscription AI-based income. Now, I'm not saying that you can create something like that and just have it appear on your desk overnight. Obviously, it takes work to set up. And these types of monthly recurring AI subscription clients, this is pretty much what my channel is dedicated to. A lot of the content that I create is around this. And just to be clear, I'm leading by example. I'm not one of those YouTubers out there who is telling you that they're doing something and they are not, or trying to sell you something that they have not even done themselves. And I want to qualify myself in that way and show you my results. I'm just going to filter out my Square account by last month. You can see this is for Mina Marketing. It's my company that I have started a while back working with small businesses. Over the last month, over the last 30 days, we generated $52,000 in revenue of working with small businesses in my area. This revenue has nothing to do with YouTube ads or software or coaching or any of those other companies that I have. Mina Marketing is a completely separate company. You can go ahead and look it up. 100% working with small businesses and providing them with value with AI and marketing and AI marketing. And I'm not sharing my results with you to brag. I'm sharing my results with you to give you some insight as to where I am at with this topic, because it's important that you know that what I'm talking about is something that I'm actually doing. I'm submersed in it every single day. And I say that because I do take your time and attention very seriously. And there are a lot of people out there with no business sharing information on the internet that aren't being respectful of your time and attention. I'm not one of them. And in the next few minutes, if you're new to this channel, you will hopefully see that, because I'm going to show you how people in my community are using tactics like this to generate some real results. Now, real quick, before we get into everything, before I show you Agent Kit, Agent Builder, talk a little bit more about AI agents and how to get customers. If you like this topic of building an online business and getting AI subscription-based clients, then I'd like to do something special for you and offer you my 4-part AI fast track training for free. This is a training that I have put together where I spend even more time with you, giving you my best client getting tactics to get AI subscription-based clients. And I'm also going to give you 30 days free to the best AI tool that I know of that helps me to grow my business, get clients, use AI agents. It's totally optional if you want it, but I'm giving you 30 days free. And just be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel. Not required, but always appreciated if you would consider sharing this video with a friend who should get going with this business model. And just lastly, comment below. I'll send you a direct link to the fast track, the software, and other bonuses that I'm going to be mentioning in this video. And I appreciate everybody that's showing up with me live and commenting. I'm going to try to read as many questions and comments as I can as I go through this as well. So let's talk a little bit about what happened in the AI world. And before we do that, just to give you a quick summary, we're going to talk about what's going on in the AI world with the Agent Kit and the release and that. But then I'm going to talk a little bit about lead finding, getting your foot in the door with some of those leads, using AI agents to fulfill some services that you can get paid on. And this is, again, the premise of all of my videos. I like to give you a little bit of everything. I don't leave anything out, trying to show you how to get some clients. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Now, what just happened in the AI world? OpenAI's Agent Kit, put simply, is a new tool that lets anyone build their own AI assistant that can take actions like researching, writing, or managing tasks. I went viral earlier this year with the very first, I believe this is the very first, maybe you can quote me on this, but Manus AI was one of the very first autonomous agents that was completely released to the public. And I had a few videos go totally viral on my usage and how I was using that tool to get clients. So OpenAI is now competing with that. And I want to show you a little bit about what that looks like. This is the official release from OpenAI, their intro to the AI builder. I'm not going to go through the entire video, but I'm going to give you a visual of what it looks like to create something like this. So it's a drag and drop builder that, honestly, if you've heard of Zapier before, it kind of competes with Zapier. It also kind of competes with N8N, but that could be a complicated tool to use. This is a little easier. So check this out.
Hey everyone, this is Christina from OpenAI. Welcome to Agent Builder 101. Agent Builder is a new visual tool for building AI workflows. You connect nodes and create agents without writing any code. So you can start from templates or build your own from scratch. And it also comes with built-in evals, so you can test and understand how your agents perform. When you're ready, you can export the workflow as code or drop it straight into your product.
That's a really nice feature that you can send emails directly from this tool.
Basically, it's your all-in-one space to design, test, and launch AI agents visually and fast. So today, we're going to show you how to build your first agentic workflow, a helpful travel agent that will help you either build an itinerary or look up flight information. So we're starting here in the OpenAI platform.
So she's building an AI agent that allows you to find and build a travel itinerary. So you can see here she's creating some information on what the tool is, like similar to how you use ChatGPT and say things like, hey, you are my YouTube business advisor. Please give me this information. You are my business coach. You are my my marriage counselor, whatever you're using it for. You can take those same types of inputs and build it into this tool and then give it a series of events and questions like or responses based off this information. Then do this, then open that website, then send this email, build me this list, then take this action. So this is essentially what we call in the AI marketing world an automation, but an automation that has more agentic capabilities. And when I say agentic, I know it's kind of a buzzword for maybe some of the new people here, but agentic is really the process of having an AI tool like this take action on its own as if it is a robot, right? Because it kind of is a robot. So I'm not going to go through this entire video. That's just a kind of higher level overview. You can see that she has a prompt here that the instructions: you are a helpful travel assistant, classifying whether a message is about. So if she puts in a message asking to book a specific flight and time, it's going to find a recommendation based off of where she's trying to go, the parameters she set, the price point, how fast she wants to get there. And I'm going to skip ahead here to the very end where she does give you the end result. So she's tasking this agent to work with these tools, which is wild.
Determining what
Somebody says she made an agent in under 8 minutes. She added it to her existing app called Froge. It was made to find events in her areas of interest. Yeah.
I'm asking about a flight or an itinerary, deciding that.
So this is her agent right here, right? Where she says that you are going to be an agent tasked with finding me some information. And then there's an additional field here, additional input that tells it to go and search the flights. And then if not, build me an itinerary, or if I want a flight, build it around my itinerary.
I'm asking about a flight agent, the web, finding a flight for me, and then showing it to me in this rich, interactive way.
And so she gave it a test query, and it came back telling her that she could go from San Francisco to Honolulu. No, that's not, I don't think that's Honolulu, but another state. And this is just a very simple way of showing the introduction. Now, if you are not a developer, some of this might look a little complicated to you to actually create, and you might be right. And in reality, there are tools out there that allow you to accomplish a very similar thing in a less sophisticated way, but in a more productive way around generating cash flow, which I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes. Now, I do want to go through a couple things. OpenAI launches Agent Kit. Oh, okay. So I wanted to show you how you actually get to this site, how you actually get to the agent builder. So there's a link, platform.openai.com. So you wouldn't just go to ChatGPT to try to get to agent builder. You would actually have to go to that link, platform.openai.com. And on the left-hand side here, that's where you have agent builder. And then you get these templates, we'll call them, for data enrichment, planning helper, customer service, structured data, and QO. Now, and Q&A. Now, as I mentioned, there are some killer use cases. Let me zoom in on this, for tools for AI agents. And I want to give you some of these because I want to tie in using Agent Builder and also some tools that already exist that do not require you to do this part, creating these agents that you can use right now to capitalize on and actually sell to make some cash flow. So here's some examples. You can use AI agents for lead generation. So finding small businesses or local prospects or other contact information, and then you can use it to create personalized outreach messages. So put simply, hey, I have this thing, do you want to buy it? You can automate that entire process. Now, for me at Mind Marketing, we have people on our team, sales people. We have paid advertising that will, we have advertising that goes out to bring people in, and then we have salespeople that call people on the phone and try to sell them AI and digital marketing services. Now, if you have something like this set up, you really don't need people in that process. You can also have these agents handle customer support, frequently asked questions, appointment bookings, follow-up messages, marketing content, writing social media posts, email and ad copy tailored to your business and audience. Now, for those of you that have been following my channel for a while, you know that we use Go High Level for all of these things. That is why I give you 30 days free of Go High Level. This is Go High Level here. I'm going to give you some use cases for it too. I give you that in my 4-part fast track training, and actually this bonus document that I have prepared for you in this video right here, where I'm going to give you some prompts and I'm going to go over these prompts together with you. So we're going to turn all these use cases, or a bunch of these use cases, into a reality. I'm going to show you how you can take this stuff and use a very visually simple software to take advantage of these tasks that agents can build and just be a normal everyday person and use them to create value. You can also use agents to do competitive research, to create reporting and analytics for sales data, building reports, document automation, which is really cool. I used Manus AI. This is Manus AI to gather a list of leads for me on the internet. This is the prompt that I used, saying, I run a digital marketing agency. I'm looking to expand. My ideal clients are in this space. Make me a detailed list of 25 leads from home services, travel and activity space. Collect all their business name, information, city, phone number. You can actually take a prompt like this and engage an AI agent like Manus AI or OpenAI's agent to actually crawl websites, fill out forms, and get somebody to respond to an email or a contact form on their website, and then be an even warmer lead in your list of leads, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Because doing cold outreach is one process of getting clients, right? We do cold outreach all the time. We just got this client, I don't know, a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, $2,500 a month. There's a setup fee attached to this. By doing outreach, reaching out to businesses on a list that we create, either an AI or an email list, and reaching out to them and saying, hey, we can help you. And we convince them to pay us $2,000, $2,500 per month. Now imagine if you could have your AI agent being the one to reach out and fill out forms and present an offer of yours in front of a small business. It takes you out of the equation, and you can basically wake up, open up the software, check your leads. This is what it looks like for us in high level. Our list of leads are in the opportunities section. And you can see we have leads in, first column, all these leads coming in. Our sales reps are contacting them. If we don't get a hold of them, we put them in this column, and we just move them along the pipeline as they get warmed up in this process. And so eventually, all of these people get contacted and presented with an offer or sold, right? And this process, we use software to help us generate these leads, organize and categorize these leads. And then we have people, probably 90% of the time, following up with these people. But we also have AI emails, text messages, agents in the background following up to help bring people closer to a sale. And then you can use AI and these agents to schedule reminders, sync calendars, confirm meetings. These are all like the basic things that people know and love AI for. This is a bigger one that's, I think, is an emerging market, website optimizations. So auditing your website for SEO issues, or even, there's no real keyword. People are calling it AI SEO or GEO or LLM SEO. But this process of, in the past, we go to Google and we type in, if we're looking for a electrician, we go to Google, we type in Maui electrician. That gives us all of the top electricians in our area. Well, now we're finding that people are using ChatGPT instead of Google as their search tool. So how do you get that electrician to show up at the top of those ChatGPT results? And it's a new and emerging frontier. There's not a lot of people that are actually doing this. And I think website optimizations for that specific reason is something that we are going all in on as a company, because we know that it's very valuable and we can sell that to people by stimulating ChatGPT, Gemini, Manus's search results to promote businesses in our area. Businesses if we can provide that service to businesses, they would happily pay us, right? Because if we can bring in more electrician leads, plumber leads, recommendations, then that means more customers and more sales for those businesses. Wouldn't they be open to paying us a portion of what they make to bring in more? And that's exactly the premise of marketing advertising, right? Most of you know that. So I've explained, quite a bit about the use cases of some of these AI agents. I've shown you, where you can find OpenAI's Agent Kit, where you can get access to this type of builder. Now, for me, this type of builder, it actually isn't completely released to the public yet. We're really ahead of this on this video. You can see pricing and availability. The chat kit are available to developers. The agent builder is available in beta. If you have a ChatGPT Pro account, you can go here and you can add a credit card and you can start using this tool to mess around with it and create workflows. But if you don't have that, and you are still interested in making some money and using AI agents and generating some cash flow, what I recommend you do is you obviously like this video if you're getting value, subscribe if you haven't already, comment below. I'm going to send you the 4-part AI fast track training where I give you 30 days free to this tool, to High Level. Now, High Level is essentially my tool belt for getting clients and selling AI marketing services online. It does many, many things. You can see it has an AI agent section right here. You can see that you can create voice AI agents, conversation AI agents. You can use this tool to build extensive knowledge bases of information so that people can chat with it through a chat widget, through a website, through an email, instead of having the drag and drop that you get here. Let's see. Drag and drop. It's not completely drag and drop, right? You have drag and drop, and then you also have to input these types of fields and schema and things like that. If you want to bypass that and have a little bit of an easier route, you have a graphical interface with Go High Level to create agents. And you can create agents, and then you can set them up with workflows and automations. And these automations are very similar to the drag and drop builder that you see, like, for example, appointment statuses, appointment conversations, reminders. So let me show you what it looks like to have an automation for an appointment reminder. So it's the same process of having a drag and drop builder, but it's more user friendly. So the trigger on this automation, if somebody books an appointment on one of our team's calendars, right? So if Dallin gets an appointment on his calendar, so if you guys have seen tools like Calendly, right? In Calendly, you type in somebody's link, you can come here, you can pick a day, and then you can book with them. Well, High Level allows you to create calendars in there as well. You can have your own calendars for yourself, your team, and if somebody books an event, what you can do is create a series of automations that happen after it. You can assign that event to a user, to a team. You can trigger an email notification to your team that says, hey, you have an appointment from this person from this time. And then 24 hours before that appointment and that event, that person that booked the calendar meeting, this is the automation we have. We send them an email that says, hey, there's a reminder. You have a meeting with us in 24 hours. Here's the link to the Zoom call. 1 hour before that appointment, we send them another email that says, hey, I'm happy to see you in an hour. Well, it actually says, your meeting with Dallin is in 1 hour. We're really looking forward to our call. Here's our meeting link, and it gives them the Zoom link. And then they also get an SMS. So usually when people create meetings or they try to get people on sales calls, there's something called a show rate. How many people actually show up to your Zoom calls, your presentations, your sales calls, all that stuff? Well, having an automation like this where you send reminders 24 hours, an hour, SMS, the only thing we haven't done is send them a carrier pigeon and maybe go to their front door and knock on their door and say, hey, we have a Zoom call in an hour. But you can create a fully automated process of automations to send information, reminders, text, so on and so forth, but just by using this automation tool. Now, you can connect that automation tool with these AI agents. And we actually talk about this in the 4-part AI fast track training, using these AI agents in what we call our money magnets, tactics that we use to actually get clients. And so I'm actually going to give you one of my favorite foot in the door strategies to get a client, and then help you to understand how you can systemize that process by using an AI agent in your prospecting and actually following up with that business. So one of my favorite foot in the door tactics that I use is called the already done method that we've created. It's called the already done method. So I'm going to pull up the stat for you. It's a very interesting stat. How many businesses do you guys think? Actually, let me back up for a second. We are all fully aware of the power in having a website, right? I think we can all agree that if you are a business owner and you are in America, or regardless of where you are, you should probably have at least a very simple, business card type website. And off the top of my head, I think most businesses have one, right? Don't you guys think so? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. Most businesses have a website. Well, let me show you the stat. How many businesses in the US do not have a website? 23 to 27% of US small businesses do not have a website. Millions of websites. So I'm sharing with you this opportunity because websites, they also expire at a certain point, right? They are perishable. What I mean by that is 5 years from now, most of the websites that exist will become outdated. They will look not very good. They will not work as well to bring in paying customers and sales. So all the people that do have websites, let's say the 75% of people that do have existing ones, those websites are going to be needed to be updated and improved into the future. So even though right now, about a quarter of the US businesses do not have a website, there are going to be more and more every single day hitting the market that need one. And so what I like to do is use my already done method to get my foot in the door with businesses that need a website. They know they need a website. Everybody knows they need a website, but they don't have one yet. Why don't they have one yet? They don't know how to get one. They don't have the know-how to create one themselves or find somebody to build one for them. Maybe they haven't had the time. Maybe they don't have the money. Maybe the people that have tried to sell them websites before are only selling them $5,000 to $10,000 websites. Well, that's where you come in. I'm going to show you how to use Go High Level to create a website in any industry in a matter of clicks. You just go to the sites section, go to websites, and you can see that there are thousands of templates that you can use. Remember, I'm giving you 30 days free to High Level, and I'm giving you my 4-part AI fast track training. Plenty enough time to use High Level for 30 days to get your first or your next paying customer. I give you 4 money magnet models in the fast track training, in addition to what I'm sharing with you here in the already done method. But because you're on my YouTube channel, I want to give you something for free that you can walk away with and know that you can probably go get a customer. So you have templates in almost every industry: home services, insurance, legal, medical. All these websites look great, right? So let's say I wanted to I used to be a mechanic. So if you're brand new and you're looking to get your first customer, I recommend you focus on an industry you have some experience in. So maybe you're an accountant, or you're, you have experience building decks or landscaping or whatever it is. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe you're a mom and you're doing daycare, or you've done daycare and you're trying to help other, daycare or babysitters grow their business. I recommend that you stick to one of those industries in the beginning, because you can build rapport with someone quickly. You can say, hey, I used to do this too. I used to be a roofer. Now I help roofers get more customers. That's going to be helpful if you are brand new in closing a deal. It's going to be helpful in getting trust from somebody to help to actually pay you. I'm going to move my desk real quick here because we're getting a little sun in my eye. It's about 7 a.m. here in Hawaii, and here I am helping you guys figure out how to get customers. So the opportunity for finding businesses that do not have a website, about 25%, call it, of businesses in the US do not have a website. That's millions of businesses out there. Do you think that you could get just one? Do you think that you can use a prompt like this to build you a list of businesses in your area? I give you this prompt, by the way, in this document, so make sure to comment below so I can send that to you. This is a list that you get in return. This business has a website. This business has a website. If I find businesses that have websites, I just move on. I actually also am looking at the wrong prompt. I have another prompt where I tell Google, or I tell Manus AI, and this is another great example of why an AI agent can be great, because I can say things like, here's a prompt. Give me a list of 10 businesses that have Google business profiles but no website. What does that mean? So let's say I wanted to look for, I don't know, surf lesson company in California, in San Diego. Do they do surf lessons in San Diego? I don't know. The water's kind of cold. So if you're looking for any type of service in your area, you're going to go to Google or you're going to go to ChatGPT and you're going to type in what you're looking for in your area, right? And what's going to come up is this Google Map Pack section. So this is called Google Business. If you have a business, you want to register it with Google, and they will give you a pin on the map, which will allow you to put information about your business, put your phone number, put your website, and all that stuff. So if I'm looking for businesses that don't have websites, all I have to do is hit this More Business section. And you can see all these businesses have an icon here that says website. If I just keep scrolling, I'm going to find this guy. Oh, no, he has a website. I'm going to find a business. I'm going to find many businesses. And pro tip, just go to the middle section, page 5, page 7 of Google, and you find the people that haven't been focusing on optimizing their website, like Seahorse Surf Academy. No website, one bad review. Ooh, that guy needs some help with his reviews. You can also use High Level to help with reputation. You see that little reputation section right there? That's another service that we offer, but I'm going to skip that for this video. So this guy, he has a business, has no website. Keep scrolling, go to page 7. This is the manual way of looking for businesses that don't have websites. Spear Shack, 58 reviews, active, healthy business, no website. Are they just using a Facebook page, which is kind of ghetto in my opinion, right? Like they should have a little bit more sophisticated. If nothing else, this surf lesson company should have a website here, right? So let's pick a, I don't know. Let's pick a health and wellness industry. Yoga Meta, yoga. Look at all these websites. Look, if I hit preview, I can see them here. By the way, if you're not a coder or a web developer, you don't need to be to use these websites and set them up for somebody. They're very simple to set up. This is called a no-coder type website. I'm going to go to, I like home services as an industry. Solar. Surface cleaning. Why do I like home services? Because most of these businesses, the owners are busy running their business. They're out there delivering products and services. They're not here on YouTube learning the latest and greatest about AI. And so when you are that person and you connect with the right one, they're willing to pay you. They also pay their bills on time. They also have a little bit of money to spend to reinvest into their business, which is why home services is a great industry. So like Westchester Landscaping Company, right? Somebody says, let's do female real estate agents. I want to market my service to them. So you can totally do San Diego. I don't know. San Diego real estate agents. You know, if I typed in female real estate agents, it'd probably be a little more difficult straight out of Google to find businesses. But I just want to give you some examples, right? I'm searching. I see all these have websites. I'm going to click to the middle. Most real estate agents, they either have a website. Well, there you go. Triana Owen doesn't have a website. Female real estate agent in San Diego. You could also use Manus AI to help you probably cross-reference for those types of businesses that are females, real estate agents in this specific area. And this is a great example of Manus AI. Look at it. Everything that I just did manually, it is now doing right now. I'm watching Manus AI as if they're an employee or a team member sitting next to me doing the search and the tasks that I just instructed you to do. I'm watching over their shoulder as they're working. And so this is the power of what an AI agent does. This is a text to AI agent similar to ChatGPT. You can give it queries. Manus AI comes with one free search per day. if you want to pay for it, they have like a $30 plan. This whole video is not like a plug for Manus AI. I'm just showing you another example of how you can build a list of businesses that don't have a website, and how you can use my already done method, which is an irresistible offer, to get your foot in the door, sell them something, which is a website, and hopefully get your first or your next paying customer. So once you have that list, once you have that business like Triana Owen Realty, here's what you do. You go ahead and you go to Go High Level and you create a website in just a couple of clicks for her. So if I wanted her, I would go to real estate section and I would pick one of these beautiful websites. Remember, I'm not a developer. Real estate apartments, commercial property inspector, residential home inspector, Prime Realty. This is a link tree. I mean, there's so many great real estate service. Like let's look at this one, preview. We're the best in real estate service. So what I would do is I would find a template that I like. I would hit choose this template. I don't have to be a developer. I don't have to be a website builder. I don't have to know any of that stuff. I can just select that template, and High Level already created it for me. And what I would do is I would spend a little bit of time customizing this website for my prospect. So Triana Owen Realty, I would go here and I would maybe search for her on Facebook, and I would try to find an image of her, and I would put it on this. I would put it here. You can just upload it here. You don't have to be a graphic designer, right? You can see all of these boxes. This is all just drag and drop. You can move these headlines around. You can move the text around. You can edit the text. You don't have to be a coder. And I would put her name, right? Triana Owen Realty San Diego. And I would spend a little, oh shit. Sorry, you guys. Thank you for calling me out on this. Let me back up real quick. Where did I leave you? So I think I left you on Manus AI doing this lead search for me. Right? Give me some feedback in the chat here. I'm finding most established businesses have websites. Let me try a different approach. Wide research. Wide research will cost a couple extra credits, so I'm going to hit start. So it's going to continue to do research for websites for me that are in Google that don't have websites. I really hope you guys saw on the stream of Manus AI doing this cross-referencing. Like, this is the screen that I got to watch. Okay. Just when I found the template. Okay, let me jump back into that. Thank you very much, Home Improvement Channel. Appreciate you. So here's the template. Let me go back because I think that's an important piece. If I found that lead that didn't have a website, what I would do is I would come here and I would create a website up front before I'm contacting them. I go to the template section, I go to the real estate category, and then I pick a template that I think looks great. Right? And I found that one, mortgage broker, real estate agents, this one, real estate service. So if I want to choose this one, I just hit a button and it launches. I don't have to be a coder. I don't have to be a website developer or any of that. And as I mentioned, you can drag and drop all of the elements of this tool to customize it. You don't have to, in the back in the day when I was learning how to build websites, you had to learn how to do JavaScript, CSS, HTML. If you don't have those things or you don't know how to use those things, you were kind of screwed. I don't know why I got that little error there. Oh, there it is. So you can see that this website is already set up. It's beautiful. And if I want to edit this page, I just hit the button edit. And all these elements, you can drag and drop them. Now, as I was saying, the whole goal of the already done method is this. I've already shown you that 25% of businesses in the US don't have a website. So what we do is we create one that just takes a couple minutes using this tool, and it's already done. And once it's already done and it's customized and personalized to that person, we actually just go ahead and send them this email. And I'm going to give you this template, this email template in my bonus document here. It says, I built this website for a different real estate agent. I'm letting it go for free or for a discount. And you just say, hey, Tim, I was checking out real estate agents in San Diego. Notice you don't have a website. I get it. You're busy running your business. Building a website from scratch is a hassle, not to mention expensive. Here's the deal. I recently built a professional roofing website. And you can say this if you want. You don't have to for a client, but they ended up going a different direction. You can also say, I recently built a professional website. Normally, I recently built a professional real estate website for someone, but they ended up going a different direction. Normally, I sell these for $3,000, but since it's already done, I'm just looking to liquidate it for $1,000 or give it away for free in hopes of doing other business with you. It's designed to bring in leads, looks great on mobile. I can have it up and running for you in 48 hours or less. If you want to see what it looks like, click this link. And you send them the link to this website. And hopefully you put their picture here, you put their name here. What was her name? Triana Owen. And the text is black, so obviously I want to change that text. And so when she clicks the link and she comes here, she's like, holy crap, this website it's already built. It's done. It's already built for me. And you can see, by the way, that you get a little domain that you can send them the link to. And this website is live. Somebody says I target life insurance on Maui. That's cool. That's funny. I'm located on Maui. What area do you live? So this is live, right? This website is live. You can see it here. No hosting setup, no developer, none of that stuff. And so when you get somebody to say yes, then all you have to do is send them a link to High Level. And by the way, High Level has, if you go to Google and you type in GHL support portal, they are so awesome in setting up this support portal that has everything, all of the how-tos, videos, step-by-step walkthroughs, anything you ever need, you can come here and you can type in, websites. And it's all public and live information. Somebody says, Kula, nice. I'm actually from Makawao originally. So I recommend you sell these websites for $500. There's a huge value there. This business knows they need a website. They don't have one. You send them one that's already done. The risk is lower to them. They don't have to wait for you to build it. They don't have to figure out if you can build it. They know you already can. They can already hold it in their hands. It's there. So that's why this method works really well. It's called the already done method. So once you do that, the next logical step for a business owner, once they have a website, is to get visitors to that website. Or now you can start to add on the AI marketing stuff. Now you can say, hey, why don't we set up a chat widget? So if I go to the site section and I go to the chat widget, I can create a chat widget that appears on their website. So anytime somebody goes to that person's website, where'd my website go? Where's my website? They get this type of chat widget. Have a question? Send me a message. You can change this and customize this greeting for anything you want. But remember, if we're working with the real estate agent type person, we can have a greeting pop up that says, I don't know, use ChatGPT to help you come up with a greeting. I hate coming up with these on the spots, but like, are you looking for a home in this area? Are you looking to buy or sell a home in this area? Something like that. Now, the nice thing is you can have an AI agent connected to the back end of this, which can know all of the specific information about this person's business just by crawling their website. So what you would do is you would go to the AI agent section of Go High Level, create a knowledge base. In a knowledge base, let's go to their support portal so I can just show you an easy way. Knowledge base, if I can type, knowledge base integration for voice agents. By the way, there's voice agents in high level where you can have agents connected to a phone number. If somebody were to call the number, you would have a voice agent that somebody wouldn't even know is an AI person that knows all the specific information about, any topic, any business that you want, and it can have a goal set up to help you book appointments or sales or leads. This is a pretty expansive topic. I'm not going to go through all of it in this video, but the knowledge base allows you to basically, you can give it a domain, right? A website, and you can have it crawl the entire website. You can give it a video. You can give it somebody's company handbook. You can feed it all the information you want so that when somebody uses this chat widget and asks it a question, it knows the answer. And that's a huge time saver for any small business, because in order to train somebody to know all that information, you'd have to sit down with them. They'd have to read a book. You'd have to coach them. You'd have to teach them. But now you can just upload all that information and drag and drop it into something like a knowledge base. I'm going to show you this. This is actually somebody on my team who is a customer success person. And what we did was we just created a knowledge base around them. We had it crawl all the pages of our website, and you can see it's trained. So it's trained on that information of our business, of our website. And then we connected that conversation, that knowledge base, to an AI agent, a conversation agent, where you can now use it as a chat and ask it questions about my business. And this is something you can sell for $97 a month, $197 per month. And all you have to do is have the software going. But remember, it all started with the website. The free website you gave away, now you have this relationship with this business that you can build on, sell more things to. And this process, you guys, of slowly starting small, selling something for $500 to $2,000, and then selling them more and more and more and more, this is actually the reason that we are recognized this year as the second fastest growing company in Hawaii, because we get our foot in the door and slowly, incrementally sell more things to people using this high-level tool. And so if you like this topic, generating AI subscription-based clients, I highly encourage you to take me up on the 4-part AI fast track training. It's free. You get 30 days of high level, and I show you another 3 or 4 of my money magnets. Does this stuff work? If you go to my Facebook group, this is my co-founder Tom Gaddis and me. We've got 23,000 other AI marketing agency owners that are in here. This is a free group. You can join at any time if you want. It's a strategy group. People in here sharing their wins, asking questions. If you go to the magnifying glass and you search the hashtag win, you're going to see people posting their wins. Greg or Alan yesterday, $5,000 win, social media posting, website updates. Now he's taking action. I'm not saying you're going to be able to replicate his success without taking any action, but this is a community of accountability. I'm sharing my wins in here regularly. Greg Blackwood, $350 a month. So does this stuff work? Yes. All the stuff that I share with you is stuff that I'm actually doing. Unlike all the other YouTubers out there who are just trying to sell you stuff that they're not even doing, I'm giving you my 4-part AI fast track training for free. I'm going to put the link in the chat for my people that are here live. And then if you're watching the replay, comment below and I'll send you the link. Somebody said, can you share how you price your services? Yeah, I'll give you a quick pricing thing, and then we're going to get out of here. If you guys are getting value out of this, please let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I saw somebody just gave me no limit for life. I appreciate you, man. I'm going to do you a solid here. Appreciate you giving me the tip. I just enabled tips on my live streams. Never done that before. Let's see. Pricing. Who else wants to see how how our agency prices our services? So the way that we do this, you guys, is number one, we have foot in the door strategies like I've shared with you. $500 to get your foot in the door, right? We sell a website for $500 or we give it away for free to get our foot in the door. These are just one-off services and tactics like my money magnets, those other things. Those are one-off strategies. Now, that's not the end goal, right? We're not going to get rich off selling $500 websites or $197 per month chat widgets. The goal is to sell stuff that's more expensive. How do we get to $2,000 per month? I mean, in my business, we have client retainers upwards of 15,000. I'm looking for a screenshot here, but I don't have, yeah. On this right-hand side, you can see here, we have some clients paying us a monthly retainer of 3,000, 15,000, 1,000, 5,000. That's what you want to do. And the way that you do that is obviously you get your foot in the door, you build trust, you start with the less expensive stuff. Once you have that relationship, then you build the more expensive stuff. Somebody says, I'm excited to see you and Tom in Dallas next week. If you're in Dallas and you're at the high level event, hit me up. I'll be there. You'll see me. So that's the way you do it. You start small and you slowly increase. And I'm having a hard time finding where my team moved our new pricing sheet. Let me see here. Pricing. One second, guys. Stick with me here. You won't be disappointed. Pricing. Man. Here it is. Boom. Found it. Whew. It's getting stressed out. So here's our pricing document right now. So we have a bunch of stuff here. You know, why choose us, our values, different promotions we're running. But I'm going to get to some of the meat of this. We sell search engine optimization. Now, this is AI influenced as well. You can just take screenshots of this, but it starts at $750 a month and goes all the way up to $4,000 per month. And all this stuff that we're doing right now, we're using AI to help with this, by the way. We also sell Google Ads Management. We use Go High Level to help run all these campaigns, track the calls, the clicks, the phone numbers, the conversions. Those start at $2,000 a month, go all the way up to $10,000 per month in management. We do website design and development. Custom websites go from $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And then we also sell lower ticket websites in High Level. We rent them out for $119 to $200 per month. Why would somebody rent a website? Well, every website requires hosting, and that's a monthly fee. But some people cannot afford a custom website where we sell $5,000 to $10,000. So in that case, then we downsell them into a $120 a month hosting/rental website. Those websites, by the way, are created in High Level, like I've shown you earlier in this video. And then we also sell access to High Level that we white label for $97 a month to $297 a month. So that's a topic for another video. I can create other videos on that if you want it. I hope you guys got some value out of this. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment below for the 4-part fast track training. I'm giving you 30 days free of High Level, best AI tool out there to create agents and grow your business. I'm using it every day. Lots of people in my community are as well. And I want to see you be successful. So take me up on it, and I'll see you on the inside.